Hello, Toastmasters and guests, Jonathan. So this is my first evaluation, and you did the speech that I'm doing next, and so this was a great learning opportunity for me too. And I'm going to talk about, so I had the pleasure of watching your first speech that you gave a few weeks back, and definitely noticed some things that you did differently, I think, better in that speech. And by the way, both the content is amazing. I still remember what you talked about in your first speech and your family, and now today. I'm not going to forget what you talked about today either. And so that was awesome. Let's talk about some of the improvements that I saw from that last speech and some suggestions that I would give you for maybe trying to improve. And then I'm going to talk about what I thought was just great in this speech. And so first of all, I noticed that you're more comfortable up here. You were a lot more comfortable the first time, and it was great. When you came up here with a smile, I did not sense any nerves, and you were louder. I remember the first time you were pretty soft when you gave your first speech. Your volume grew, and so I think that was fantastic. So kudos to you on making those improvements in just a couple months. And if I were to give any suggestions, also from a novice speaker to another one, I think that the first thing I would say would be maybe work on gestures a little bit, or moving around a little bit more. I think that's your next step. I mean, it's not anything that you did wrong, but it would be your next step in development. I'm going to come back to the facts and figures that you gave during this speech, but I would say, I was trying to scramble and write them down. I was actually taking notes. So maybe pause a little bit. You gave such great research detail on some of the benefits and statistics that Adele has done in the community and what it's meant to you, how much money it's saved to you. I was writing them down, the over 80,000 people served, 20,000 classes on how to get jobs, 1,300 full-time jobs, 20 GEDs, and 150 people that went to college, I think it was. So maybe a brief pause after that, just for emphasis. Perhaps a visual aid, not necessary, but it might be fun. But the things that you did that were awesome. And I highlighted some of the stuff from speech to objectives. You selected a great outline. You kept it short and sweet. You told us what you were going to talk about, and you backed it up with a lot of information. You backed it up with facts, with personal anecdotes and stories, and some testimony, highly researched. So that was amazing. And really informative. This really, I'm going to consider talking Goodwill. I haven't in the past. It was really impactful to me. I'm pretty skeptical, and so I think that it was just a lot of great information and persuasion as to why someone should consider it. And thirdly, what an awesome twist on the word Goodwill. I'm never going to forget that. So that was amazing. I'm going to think about that this entire season. So thank you.